Canada has been witnessing record labor shortages. Statistics Canada recently posted the outcome of their survey, which they did for Q4 of 2022, and more than 1 million jobs went unfulfilled. In fact, Canada is reported to be losing $13 billion every day. And if you're somebody who's following the immigration updates that Canada has been doing, whether it's giving international students more right to work, whether it is allowing people to convert their visit visa into work visa, whether it's allowing the spouses and dependents of people on work permit to work, there's been a lot of changes that have been coming around. In fact, the immigration numbers have also been doubled or increased in various provinces, and the governments on both federal level and provincial level are taking steps to ensure that immigrants can come on in. Which means this is the key time for you to be moving to Canada. And if you want to do that by applying for a work permit, then today's video is for you. So follow along. I want to be honest, guys, when I started making videos, one of my most favorite videos to shoot always were the ones, where we were able to find jobs together. And every time people sent me success stories or told me that, that video helped them, it made me very happy. So I've decided to make a bunch of such videos for 2023. These will all be 2023 updates. Keep in mind that the labor shortages and the labor markets are very flimsy currently. And so a lot of governments across the world are just making changes here and there. So I might be creating videos which are new, old, whatever. Always follow the most latest ones because the newest ones will have the most updated information for you. So that is definitely like the number one advice that I want to put out there. So today I'm going to help you find a job to Canada, which will provide you visa sponsorship. Most of you may not know that I have a Canada masterclass, or that I provide consultation, or that I also provide end-to-end job service where we do everything for you, the job application, looking for jobs, building your network, etc. But I know that all of that entails money, and all of us, when we're starting off, we're just like, oh, can I do this for free? Let me give it a shot. So this is something that, you can definitely do for free if you want to apply and try and see your chances. Just want to say that more than 5,000 employers in Canada have a license to sponsor your visa. That number is not less by any means. Of course, there are more than 120 pathways to move to Canada. So to do this well, you don't need a lot. You need internet and you need desktop. This will not work as well on a phone. I've tried that already. So if you're watching this video on a phone, that's fine. Watch the video, take the notes down, but then follow along and make sure you do the applications and everything else that I'm going to show in this video from a desktop. All right, so first of all, just to get started, go on to the jobbank.gc website. All right, so the first thing that you see when you go on to the website itself is that it has a lot of information available, and you'll see that it has more than 131,000 jobs that are available. It has a lot of other tools as well, and you can see it, you can sort it by best match, date posted, last 30 days, etc. Okay, so then there is location, there is find a job, there's a lot of other things that you can do, part-time, remote, student, health, LMIA. If you want, let's just go into LMIA. I already see 6,000 jobs that are available for LMIA itself. So there are a variety of ways that you can filter on this particular website. Before you jump onto this website as such, let's quickly go ahead and first show you a very important tool. So many people, when they're doing their job applications, they just take their resume that they've been using in their home country format, and they start applying. I cannot even express how lazy it is on their part, because I feel like they've not gone ahead and done any research. And it is a mistake that I see so many immigrants making. So the first thing that you want to do is go on to job search itself. And then here you have your resume builder. And that's it. You can build a professional resume. All of this is free to do. Of course, it's a little bit of time investment, but then really, if you're looking for a job abroad, we have to invest that kind of time, right? So once you come here, then you see that, you can showcase your potential, cut down on writing, and you can also store your resume online. It's a 3-step process. Just pick a template and then fill in all the blanks that's needed and then customize it. They also have a huge list of do's and don'ts. So I feel like this is a very good starting point. Without knowing this, please don't, apply for jobs. Even if you don't want to customize your resume, at least go through the do's and don'ts. At least figure out, is your resume stating the information that is actually needed by Canadian employers. So that is extremely important, and that is the step 1 of our entire process. So once you've done that and once you've built your resume, let's quickly go ahead and move to the job search part of the video. All right, so I'm going to go to find a search, and then I will, I can see, like I said, you can see part-time, remote, student, health, LMIA. If you want to work remote, just go on, and then again you can see that you get about 875 results as I see. But this is not even my favorite part. I'll take you to my favorite part of the whole tool. So just go on to this bar right here. I'm going to go and click and this will show me all the jobs. As you can see, it's like 1,31,300 jobs, which I'm seeing available. Let's come down a little bit. You can see the provinces, the territories, date, hours of work, language. There's also info about the salary if you're worried, am I going to get paid enough, etc. So there's that as well. There's also job source, blah, blah, blah. Come down to intended applicants. Now here you can see Canadians and authorized workers, which means that it's meant for people who already have a work permit in Canada. And then the other one is Canadian and international candidates, which means it is meant for people who might be in Canada, who have a work permit or who don't have a work permit. It's that simple. Once we click on this, we'll see about 30,000 jobs pop up. I do want to quickly point something, which is that if you add these two jobs, 43,000 or 44,000 plus about 30,000, we only come to 74,000 jobs, while the website itself houses 1,31,000 jobs. So I'm sure you're wondering, oh my God, where is the 60,000 odd jobs missing? It's not missing, it's just that a lot of people, employers especially, they forget to click or check a box or something. So I always recommend that you take this with a grain of salt. It's not 30,000, it's definitely like more than that in terms of just the number of jobs that are available. I also go and I do the quick search on LMIA. If you saw, like, it was on the header, like the first screen that you saw, there was a different filter for LMIA altogether. So that was about 6,000 jobs, and I noticed a lot of them they'd forgotten to put in the international candidates category. So I don't think that this is something that you should get stuck on too much. I feel like this is a place where you can actually do a lot of job applications and you can try. But in any case, if you really want to be short, then I think this is the filter to use. The 29,813 jobs that you see right now are open for Canadians as well as people who are from outside of Canada and need a work sponsorship. And then just to show you a quick example, we'll also talk about some other terminology that you'll come across when you see job postings. So I'm going to click on this administrative manager. This is in Bolton, Ontario. It's going to pay you $42 an hour. Not a bad salary in my opinion. All right, so this is a verified posting. This means that this has come from a verified source on the government portal itself. Always highly recommend that you guys go for verified jobs if possible, because I feel like they are something that the government has already vetted. So there's a lot more truth to it, if I may say so. Not to say that others are not like real jobs or they're not good jobs. Of course they are, but these are just more experienced employers because they've gone through like the whole verification process and all of that. All right, so this is located in Bolton, Ontario. It is a full-time role because it's 40 hours per week. It's $42 hour permanent employee. You're going to be working through the day. Of course, start as soon as possible, one vacancy, and then there is the job code of the job itself. As you can see, the language that they need is English. They need somebody who has probably done college or any other non-university certificate or diploma of 1 or 2 years. They also need some experience, and then there is tasks and supervision. There's also additional information about, what they need. Now, when you come here, down here, let's go to something that's really important. Who can apply to this job? The employer accepts application from, of course, Canadian citizens, permanent or temporary residents of Canada, but also other candidates with or without a valid Canadian work permit. Any job that you're applying for, if you need a work visa sponsorship, this is what you need to be looking out for, that they should be sponsoring or they should be accepting employment application from candidates who have or do not have a work permit. And then, of course, when you come down, this is an important notice. The Government of Canada has taken steps to make sure it is accurate and reliable. So they've done their verification, but of course, nobody can guarantee anything to you, but the background check on this has been done. What I also like about this website is when you go onto the right side, it gives you a lot of other information, which is median wage is $46.15 per hour. So for this role, if you were working in Toronto region, which is where it is taking its info from, you would get about 46.15. So 42 in Bolton is not low. Of course, it's decent salary, especially because it's also coming with a work visa sponsorship. Now, if you like the job per se, you can just send an email and you can apply to this job. So this is a very simple way of application. Sometimes I've seen a little bit of like cumbersome application process as well. But then sometimes you come up like you see something as simple as this. You could also go, what I like to do is do a little bit of research about the company itself. So let's do that together. So I see this is Fleetex Transport Limited. So I'm gonna go and Here I go, and I see it's Fleetex. It's in Bolton, Ontario, and then there's also their website that you can go. There's careers. If you want, you can go and apply directly through this, and there's also a way to like upload your resume here itself. So yes, all of that is also available for you to do. I also like to like read the reviews just so that I know that it's not a scammy company. Of course, because I'm going for verified jobs, I can be rest assured or more assured than other regular times that this is probably not a job that would scam me. But of course, good to know, like good to do your own research, right? On that note, I do want to point out certain scams that you might be aware of if you've experienced any of these, because I keep getting this question a lot, like how do I know if this is a scam or not? So I think one of the things that you can do is go and do the research on the website like I did. I know I only put it one or 2 minutes here, but put in at least 15-30 minutes and do some good research. Go to the news article section of Google, see if they've been in any news, etc., just to verify the legitimacy. If you have doubts, you can always reach out to the company HR. You can go through the contact form on any website and do that. If an offer letter is too good to be true, if they're asking for any kind of money for you to pay, then it's most likely a scam and you want to stay away from it. If there is a work visa sponsorship, the employer is supposed to pay for it. You're not supposed to pay for it. So just keep that in mind also. And the most common scams that I've seen is, people don't even have an interview or they have a very lazy interview. So like I said, if something is too good to be true, it's probably not true. On that note, this video has come to an end. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure that you hit the like button down below. Of course, comment and let me know. Subscribe to the channel because we keep creating, and the aim is to create more of such videos. Let me know which other country you'd like to cover next with me. And please make sure that you stay safe, keep smiling, and stay healthy. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, take care. Namaste.